Okay, let's talk about great content on the podcast. I got a new bit I'm starting. If you hear this, okay, one more time. If you hear this, that means we got some Courtlan content coming up. Okay,
Ooh,
Train guy.
if
should tune in for that.
Courtlan fourth dad of the show, big train guy, and I mean like serious train guy, not like more
Loves painting them, loves watching them, loves running them.
has an impressive model train setup.
Mm-hmm.
An absolutely impressive model train setup. Is a freaking fountain of train knowledge. Okay. Yep. And like Jason said, like, I bet he could tell you what kind of train.
Oh, hold on.
That is. So, without further ado, I would like to take you to some Courtlan content that did not get its rightful shine when he created it. And this is a year-end smorgasbord kind of situation. So we're forcing it in. Sometimes you got to force it in. You know what I mean? Force is the wrong word. Sometimes you got to make it happen. You know?
Why would you ever have to make it happen? It's either going to happen or it's not. Oh, hold on.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Did you get any ass? Did you get any ass?
Did you get a piece of puss? Did you get a piece of puss? Did you get a piece of puss? Did you get a piece of puss?
From time to time, yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Puss. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Puss. Hell yeah. Puss.
We're gonna have to clear the decks and start over. You just
It's a valid question and the world wants to know the answer. Why did when you talked at the end it sound like you had just had 85 beers? Can we isolate your voice at the end of that? Because it is not.
Hey pal.
Hey
pal.
Good.
Hey, real quick, pal. I don't think I was the star of the show there, okay?
I would like to know the context. In my defense,
I believe that was the conversation where I deemed the term coitus check. And I was saying, do we think we could just make that like a normal parlance? Like, hey, coitus check in. And then you just kind of give us a rundown of last time or as much or as little as you're willing to share. But like it's important to know that people are having, good connection to the world. You know what I mean? And
you're
so
an idiot.
I said, coitus check in. And you say, yeah, did you get a piece of puss?
I do not believe that that's a Rylan. I don't believe that's how it went down. And I know that you trust and believe me because you're my only ally on the show.
I do. I trust you. There's probably another layer in there. There's more to it than only that.
Yes.
I'll never remember I can't remember. I was writing down a topic in the middle of the intro and forgot it between thinking of it and picking up my phone. So I'm not going to be able to help you. But I do want to point out that every time, I'm going to regret saying this, but every time we get a fantastic new piece of content from Courtlan, it just further exonerates me as being a troublemaker. I am not. It's pretty clear. I'm just sitting back here, just being innocent.
Courtlan, you hear
my
this?
Guys.
You hear this challenge?
Just saying.
Before we started recording, I think before you even got here, Rylan, Jay shared that somebody surprisingly in his home is at urgent care right now. So he might have to figure something out. But to that end, I would just like to say, going forward, if you guys are going to say, hey, I need to clear the deck, I want to talk about something, ask me if I have an intro for it that I didn't know about, or maybe I need to go check the inventory to see if there's an intro. But in the spirit of that, I give you.
I did stare down death yet again. Stared down death straight into its beady little shitty eyes. Faced it like a man. Stood there and took on just one of the most harrowing experiences of my life.
I feel like medical should probably lead the charge.
Code blue, room 305. Code blue, room 305.
Per usual, as it relates to medical situations with me, there's a lot to it.
Code blue.
There's some good stuff in there.
Code blue.
Feeling good. I'm alive and well. Feeling good. I'm alive and well.
Code blue.
Tell us about your rectum.
Why am I in the crosshairs?
There's a lot to it.
Going forward, that will be known as the medical minute intro. Okay, so I don't even need to say if, just when. When it comes time to talk about gout foot or jelly back or flap sack surgery table or colon cleanse or any of the above, hey, where do you look when the guy is checking your testicles to see if you have a growth or a tumor or a cancer or something? We got a beat for that. And so I just want everybody to be informed. Okay.
Hey, just a quick report in. We have flu B, guys. Flu B. So
Boy, if that doesn't welcome in the season, I don't know what does.
pretty pumped about that.
Pretty pumped about that. Attaboy. Very well could have dealt with a whole flu over here. We did a COVID test earlier this week, but we did not do they got the flu and the COVID test you can buy from the CVS and the Walgreens now. I think it's only one thing of the flu, though. I don't know if you get multiple flu tests there. I think it's only, it can identify one of the strains or whatever. So riveting. Medical Minute. If you'll indulge me for one more, and then we'll get on with the show. But I just want to make sure that these get registered into the record before we all die. Okay?
It's a weird way to say it.
What do you mean?
What do you mean before we all die? We're
You
not
want
even
this
close
stuff to
that.
play? You want this stuff to play after we death?
After we death.
Just go ahead, Brad.
If you're listening, UK.
Move it along.
Hope you're listening, UK.
Billy Club. I've never been afraid of anything named Billy. Not a person, not a club, not a goat. Nothing named Billy scares me.
I'll turn that Billy around and make it a silly club.
I'm just saying I would find it laughable that I could feel as unsafe over there as I do here.
It's hard to get super nervous about people that talk like they do. Like it's just not very intimidating. Like, hello, mate. How you doing, bruv? Like that guy's not.
And I know people get stabbed. Don't get me wrong. I know people get stabbed, but we all know. And I think I speak for the three of us. If you pull a knife on me, I'll kill you with your own knife.
I'll kill you with. I'll rip your own tongue out and stuff it down your butt.
Yeah,
That's what I'll do.
And then I'll have my kid act like your head is a soccer ball at one of those little line up and see how hard you kick the ball at the arcade, and then that's how we're gonna end that.
You think you can take me with a knife? That is, you better have
a sword.
You better have a bazooka. Is what you
a sword. You better
a machete.
A real machete. Now
a chainsaw.
Now I'm afraid of you. If you got a machete, do I look like steak to you, buddy? A knife?
You kidding me? Do you understand the skills that I have? The knife skills that I have? You come at me, you try to stab. I've got 25 different ways to turn that back on you. I'd fillet your ass.
What is this, Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah,
a knife?
We in the Caribbean now? What are you, a ninja? Huh?
A knife?
This ain't Crocodile Dundee, bro.
Buddy, I used to go door to door selling knives. I had a pair of scissors that could cut a penny. You think I'm afraid of a knife?
Bro, I'll take that knife, turn it around on you and your family in 3.2 seconds all day. No problem.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to disarm you of the knife, okay? And then once I have the knife, I know you're going to be scared. And I'm going to make you give me your cell phone. And I'm going to take your cell phone and I'm going to FaceTime your mom. And then I'm going to say, hey, bloke, tell her goodbye. And I'm going to hold it right up to your face.
Just choke it while you're choking. And then if you need to, stab right in front of the mom is what we'll do. I'm pissed now.
They call me Two Knives.
That's what they call him, Rylan. Dos knives.
Yeah, dos cuchillos? Cuchillos, I think it's.
Hope
A
you're
knife?
listening, UK. What a...
I forgot how long y'all went on with that. That was...
What a weird...
I busted up like 4 separate times on different things you said there.
So,
What are you, a ninja? I had a pair of scissors that could cut pennies.
I had a pair of scissors that could cut a penny. It's just so stupid.
I know that was a weird way to intro the show, but
Yeah, I was wondering if we're just going to unload all the unplayed goal. Like, we don't even have to talk today. I'm just going to figure out if Josh Jacobs is going to play or not. And let Courtlan run the show.
Human dads.
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 Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast. Human dads. Get up off your ass.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Podcast.
Human dads.
Get up off your ass.
Tell your mom.
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 Tell your mom to listen. Tell your mom to listen. Tell your mom to listen. Tell your mom to listen.
Get up off your ass for the Human Dads Podcast.
kind of a long intro there. It's rare that we get 12 minutes into the show without hearing the get up off your ass. I realize that might have been a bit unorthodox start to a podcast to just play so many bit songs right on top of one another. But Courtlan very innocently mentioned we were talking about something. I don't know. One of us said something on the podcast and he said, it reminds me of this beat. He sent me a text, said, reminds me of this beat. And I was like, holy shit, I completely forgot all about that beat. I don't even remember it. And then he was like, yeah, and this one too. You remember that? And I was like, oh, shit. And then so I just went to my email and I searched his name real quick. And I was like, fuck, I got like a few of these I never used. So had
That's
to do
all
it
on
to him.
you, kid.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And he mentioned correctly that I think that at least the UK one, the British beat, is like Jason was recapping his trip to Great Britain. And then I think the next week Courtlan made the beat. And then the next week after that, Jason was not on the show. So I wasn't going to not play it with him. So it just kind of fell into the wind or got lost in the wind. But
That's easy to blame. So Jason was just doing what he normally does, which is travel all the time.
Skip the show.
yeah,
skip the show.
Welcome into 249. I would ask Rylan how he's doing, but I don't really need to. Just saw him a matter of hours ago. So we'll assume
Mere
he's
hours.
still good. Maybe we could recap that a little bit. But Jace, haven't seen you in a couple weeks. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. I'm now on full-on flu watch, obviously, and I'm assuming the absolute worst, that I'm going to get the flu during Thanksgiving. I won't get to enjoy all the food that's coming my way. So, of course, that'll ruin everything. But other than that, I think, life is good, man. Life is
How
good.
do you feel? What's your confidence ranking on getting or not getting the flu right now? Are you feeling any pre-flu?
No pre-flu situations. I feel great. I feel fine. Got it almost 8 hours last night, so I feel. But if my immune system was ever low, the 3.5 hours sleep I got the night before might have hurt my chances to avoid this. But we'll see. We're gonna find out.
The youngest got it.
Yeah, the youngest got it.
I feel like that's the the youngest is the super spreader.
Yeah, he's not big into washing his hands and stuff. So
Well, and maybe this isn't the case, but I think if there is a potential to be affectionate and kind of cuddly and stuff, it's still the youngest in our house, which isn't to say that the other one isn't perfectly fine, but as they get older, they kind of
Mhm.
move away from you physically, like in general proximity, they move away from you. They're in their room a lot. They FaceTiming and doing whatever the hell they're doing. So the crossover time in which you might be sharing a close space or like they might be snuggled up on you, just passing you flu. There's a lot less of that.
It's also easier to sequester them when they are sick. Be like, hey, why don't you just post up in your room all day? I'll bring you stuff. And
Yeah.
you do that when they're more so than younger. You got to watch, Jason. The last time I got the flu was actually the Thanksgiving right before COVID, ironically. And woke up, felt really bad for a half day at work, realized I could not power through whatever had just hit me, ran out to the urgent care. They hit me up with something called Zofluza, which is not Tamiflu, obviously. It's the, I don't know, it's the Pepsi of Coke. I don't know. 12 hours later, I felt like a new man, but I was still kind of tired and stuff. But what's beautiful was just in that 2 to 3 day period of being a little slow, it was right before Thanksgiving. I lost like 11 pounds because I wasn't hungry, and so I went into Thanksgiving at fighting weight.
Dude, you're blessed.
I mean, if you want to get the flu or something else that's going to make you not want to eat for a few days, but then you're going to be fine, now's the time. You might be a little late on the calendar, though.
I know. I'm pushing it. I need to be sick right now in order to get there.
I think it happened to me like the Friday before. Like I had a week. So Godspeed. I hope it works out one way or another for you. Your Thanksgiving will be fine. Dude, you deserve. It's Thanksgiving. You've earned this. This is what we train for.
This is what we train for, exactly, and I can't be sick.
Yeah, I'm praying real hard for you, or I'm just praying. I'm praying regular, not real. Just
it doesn't seem genuine, man.
Just keep the trickle up. Just that steady trickle of pray.
Yeah,
you don't want to wear yourself out on it.
Yeah, it's not hard prayer. It's just
room for.
I'm praying good for you.
A little soft little prayer, just a little soft one, a little soft touch.
I think you're saying you're sprinkling a prayer in.
I don't know how to tell people you're praying for them.
I don't usually say it because I think there are more people now that are like whatever than there are that are like genuinely thankful for your prayers.
You realize like when people say it, they're saying it more so people can hear that. Hey, I'm a person that prays a lot for other people. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably something in there somewhere that says don't tell people. You don't have to tell people when you're doing it. I haven't read it. I don't know.
When you you could just change a couple words though there, and it sounds completely different, but you're doing the same thing. If I said I'm talking to God for you, people might look at you a little.
I'll put in a good word.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get God on the horn.
I'll mention it to the boss during my weekly one-on-one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a dad thing to say too.
Yeah. To the big guy upstairs. I'm good. If I could, you mentioned sleep. Guys, I don't know what to do about it. I don't have a clue. But it has been probably the worst 7 days of sleep that I can remember in recent memory. I am in a way right now. I am in a bad way. We have had multiple nights for no reason, waking up to go to the bathroom at 2:00 in the morning. We have had thunderstorm waking us. We have had child saying, I'm coughing. Can I have cough medicine waking us? it has just been nothing but an assault on, the way that the libs are assaulting Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
They're doing that to my sleep. You know what I'm saying?
That's a tough run of luck. Just sounds like everything that
Just
could
bang,
interrupt
bang,
it is happening.
bang, 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 bang in succession. I
And
mean,
not even something that is like you not being able to fall asleep, which is a whole different conversation. You're
been
doing your
falling
part.
asleep okay. Yeah.
You're doing your part. It's just shit's happening. That's the worst.
Like I went to bed at 11 o'clock last night, and I might as well have barely gotten in 2 winks. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I fully recovered from the events of the week or the day or just any of it, just struggling. So I hope that you can carry me in this time. As I mentioned, I don't need to ask Rye how he's doing, Jace, because I just saw him last night. We went to a soup contest together.
Oh, that's nice.
Soup contest.
A soup contest. Met
I mean, we've talked about our love of soup.
We have.
fall,
We
love soup.
Every fall we cover the soup menu. What are you bringing in? What are you adding? What are you taking out?
You
Yeah,
went to the fair specifically to buy soup. That tells you how much you love soup.
big
I
soup
did. I
guy.
should make that.
Yeah, big soup guy. Big old soup mix row is what we call him.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little disappointed in that we didn't get one of the soup mix offerings. Rylan brought some chili, which was lovely. Don't get me wrong. I put it third on my list of soups, if you will, out of whatever we were dealing with. By the way, can we talk about that real quick? So you do a soup off, right? You get your little soups. Everybody labels their soup. And you've got presumably, what was there, like 25, 30 people there?
Yeah.
Something like that? Maybe
Mhm.
8, 9, 10
Yeah.
soups?
10, 8 to 10. Yeah.
Somewhere in there?
Yep.
My ranking of the soups was nowhere reflective in the finishing of the soups. Like I was having a different soup experience than everybody else there, apparently.
I actually saved for the entry that was offered by the host. I only even tried one of the top 3 just because I didn't do the chicken oriented stuff. I don't know why. I just wasn't feeling it yesterday, so I did all the other stuff. So
I think I
can't
tried
really
every
I'm not even qualified. I got full, so I can't really even.
I
give
think
it
I
a
tried every
opinion.
soup. Okay? I was in there pounding. All I had previous to the soup contest was a bowl of grape nuts in the morning, boys. So
I didn't even have that. I was so busy
So you
yesterday.
had
which
soup in the
we'll
morning
get
too.
to.
no, that's not soup. That's, if anything, it's porridge. You
It's
freaking
porridge.
jackass.
It's porridge, or it's like yeah.
You jackass of all jackasses. Grape
No,
nuts
I had
is
no
soup.
food. We'll
Hey.
get to it, my yesterday, but I had no food at all leading into it. So I was happy to have some snacks and soup. It was great. And I made chili because I was already in chili mode. I told you guys last weekend I was going to make some chili, so I already had everything I needed. It was an easy, obvious decision. And
What?
I got leftover chili too, obviously. So I'm going to have chili later, right after this show. I may even have brunch chili.
My conclusion is that
Really?
we were among folks who don't enjoy spice. They all seem like lovely people.
A lot of whites. Whole lot of whites, wasn't there? Yeah. Yep. He's saying yes. You don't have to say it out loud.
No, I'm not ashamed to admit that I was around whites. Like, what kind
You
of
should
person do
be.
you think I am? But I'm just saying, everything that I liked, my top 3 or 4, had some noticeable spice. Now, the thing that won was in my top 4. Everything else that I voted for did not make the cut. But I think the one thing they had all had in common is that they had a little kick to them. I wouldn't even call them spicy. But then I also didn't think, like Ryland's chili was great. I also didn't think it was spicy. There were a couple of people who were like, "Oh, this got a kick," which I was like, I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah, that's my Gen Pop chili offering.
yeah, which it's totally understandable going
But
into
I
a setting
always-
like that.
Well,
Yeah.
and I'll make it like that almost every time because the kids have different. Layla likes more spice than Maya. We just throw pickled jalapenos on it if we want to spice it up because you get
Yeah.
that little extra vinegary hit in there, and it just makes it a better dish anyway.
Can we take a step back for a second? Because I don't think that I think that you are under-explaining the situation you were in yesterday. I think there are a lot of people listening right now. Like, he was at a soup contest. Like, could you maybe talk more about what the fuck was going on where you were?
We have a friend. I'd say he's a friend to all three of us, but he's certainly a friend to me and Rylan.
Yeah, a little closer.
His name is Jake.
Yep.
He and his lovely bride, Kristen, invited some people over. Called it a Friendsgiving, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And as a component of the Friendsgiving, it was said, hey, you can bring a soup. We're doing a soup off. Okay? So there was, like I said, approximately 25, 30 people there. Mainly husband and wife situations in similar life stages to the three of us. Like, I think we could, had I had some business cards, I think we could have handed out some Human Dads podcasts to some people who would relate greatly to a lot of the topic in which we cover on talking in this podcast experience. Does that make more sense to you?
The last part definitely does not make sense at all, and you know that.
Moving on.
Regardless, good to catch up. Hadn't seen Brad. How long had it been since I even seen you, Brad?
In person?
Like a year?
Years.
It's
Maybe
ridiculous.
2 years.
What are we
Yeah.
doing?
I don't know.
What is this show doing, Jace?
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time.
I've been asking for a food tour, and
Me
every
too.
year you guys blow me off.
Not me. You tell me food tour, I'm there. There's one guy that is the roadblock in the food tour. One guy.
Okay. I think because it goes together, we got to just do this. January Jiangqi.
Okay, done.
You see what I did? Alliteration. People love it when you alliterate with the
Let's do one a month.
January Jiangqi. January Jiangqi. I'll get it on the books to look at a weekend once I get a couple of sports schedules here next week, and that'll show me what January is looking like. So January Jiangqi. Okay. Maybe we could, when's the New Year's?
When's the New Year's?
It's January 1st.
January
what do you mean?
1st,
What
Brad.
New Year's are you
Is it
talking
on a
about?
Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday?
I think it's a Thursday.
Okay.
No idea.
It's
For the record, I can also make weeknights happen. Friday nights, Saturday nights.
okay,
I'm willing to move shit around. I'm a busy man. You guys know this.
Okay.
There's got a lot going on.
January. How about Saturday, January 3rd, January Jiangqi? We'll go in the middle of your day. Make it nice and easy for dads.
Oh, do we have some college football situations on that day?
Fuck it. Okay, we'll get back to you. January Jiangqi TBD.
That might just be a big football day. That's the right.
January Jiangqi TBD. Okay, that's all I'm going to say right now. I think they have like one TV set up in the corner. Probably not going to be prime time watching.
It's probably a CRT tube.
Yeah. January Jiangqi TBD. I've had multiple people who I don't even know ask about the fucking food tour. So it does need to happen.
You know why, Jason? Because it's been my idea.
I know he can't bear the idea of a successful idea that wasn't his
dare
idea.
you?
Yeah.
I'm bumping up against the glass ceiling in this podcast.
How damn dare you? For one, I think it was my idea. You just wanted to start calling it the Fun Ethnic Food Tour. That was your contribution.
It's great idea though, to be fair.
That's what I do. I take so things and make them awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So Jace, yeah, that's what we did. We went to a family's home and they shared some hospitality with us.
And
Just
whites
good
do not
old-fashioned
like flavor.
Hang.
Yeah, it was a good hang. Got to see
No, no,
TC. That was fun. Good to
I
see
wish I'd have
TC.
tried the winning soups now.
No, he's a big listener. So it was so good to see you, bud.
He doesn't listen.
He does. 100%.
You know, Rylan, I think the last time I saw you was maybe Meat Fight like 4 years ago.
That's
3
not
years
true.
ago.
We've done a
recorded
podcast,
shows since then.
if not multiple, since then. You clown.
But that was the last time I saw you outside of recording a podcast.
That's
for
what I
sure.
meant. Yeah,
Which
out
is crazy
like
to
in
think about.
Yeah, in non-record life. We almost had a lunch situation, but that fell
And
apart.
something
thanks
happened.
to-
Yeah, we
yeah.
need to go back to meat fight. We had too much going on this year and didn't want to spare the money. But I really want to re-up that whole tradition. We went
It's a
4
fun
out
event.
of 6 years probably there for a while before we fell off. I love that. Obviously, I still drink out of my meat fight Yeti.
Yeah, that's a very fun
I'm a meat
event.
fight guy. Yeah.
Can I talk about something that's semi-topical and not fun?
Oh, I guess.
Would it like what? Hawaii, Costa Rica? It feels like topical situations are very
What
fun.
are there natural disasters happening there or something?
Yeah.
Clarification
idea.
for the record, Jason's making a joke about topical and tropical being similar words.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Rylan. Give him shit.
I'd just like to sincerely apologize to everybody on behalf of Jason.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brad. Go ahead. Run with it.
The whole Nico thing.
Oh my God. Fucking die.
No.
I'm willing to hear him
No.
out. I haven't really heard him out on anything about this. I'm willing to give him 10
No.
minutes.
We haven't talked about it a lot. I made the one joke back in the summer about how we don't get to observe the time of the year where Luka is getting into shape. Like it's become a 4 or 5 year Mavericks tradition around these parts where somebody posts a pic online of Luka in July and we're like, uh-oh, they better watch out next season. We didn't get to do that this season. And when it was probably the biggest Luka gets in shape bit that he's ever done, and that he was on the cover of Men's Fitness Hoo-Ha Journal or whatever the hell that's called, and he went on the Today Show, and everybody's like, "Look at Luka, he's in his Restoration Hardware era." Like it was great, but we didn't get to share in that because it was Luka as a Laker being a national publicity star, not Luka as a Maverick being a, oh, look at the damn brother Ben from the Growing Pains grow up, you know. And I kind of let it go. Like, it is what it is. Going into the NBA season, I wasn't all that excited. I wasn't all like amped up. I didn't even renew the damn league pass. I don't know. I couldn't get it up for NBA. And then that son of a bitch fired Nico Harrison, formerly the general man of the Mavericks. Why can't you just support me?
Because you are an idiot.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to derail.
I don't want to derail, but I'm going to speak in a way that makes it impossible for the listener to notice anything other than the way that I'm speaking.
It's like I'm going to be on a medium that requires me to talk, and then I'm going to intentionally talk poorly.
And then Little Red Riding Hood with the, I don't want to derail. You bastard.
Okay, can you stop? Oh, I'm gonna cough. Sorry, do that right in the mic.
Go ahead. Nico got fired.
Then Nico got fired. And like, I was tuned out. I didn't care if he got fired. I thought it was a bit that people were still doing the fire Nico chants. That's like the extent of my Mavericks engagement, is that they're like, hey, they're still doing the Nico chant. And I guess people are pissed off because the Mavs had a slow start. Like the fans, quote unquote, were pissed off that the Mavs had a slow start. Which, you know, if you're being reasonable at all, if you don't have Kyrie, if you've got injury riddled Anthony Davis, and your big answer for the respite ball handler while Kyrie was out was going to be D'Angelo Russell, like, if these are your options and this was the plan in the offseason, then having a 19-year-old or 18-year-old carry the brunt of the offensive responsibility for the first whatever quarter of the season, yeah, you're going to be 3-8. Like, I get it, fire Nico because the team sucks, but like, none of this was unforeseen. None of this was what was going to happen. This is the vision. Like, I don't know. So I thought the Fire Nico chants were a bit, and apparently it was frustrating enough to where now people were like, hey, this probably isn't the best thing. Now, like right now, as they're going 3-8 and people are shooting free throws and the crowd is chanting Fire Nico. Meanwhile, the Fire Nico bit never left. The Fire Nico bit has been going on at local concerts. It's been going on at football games. It's been going on at just spontaneous gatherings at Whole Foods. Fire Nico has never left. It carried strong throughout the whole damn summer. You got multiple people running into this guy in public just saying, fuck you, and then posting it online. Like the fervor, the ire, none of it ever left. If you were paying attention at all, none of it ever left. And then a rookie is out there and they're like, hey guys, this might not be the best basketball experience for what we're hoping is our cornerstone moving forward. I'm giving this a second thought. We might need to make a move. Can you believe these people are still out here? Gee golly, they're still chanting Fire Nico, and we got a guy that we hope to pay $300 million over the next 7 years shooting free throws. He can't even focus. They're saying Fire Nico, and this young boy out here's trying to do a free throw make.
I really feel like that's not how the gentleman in question talks, but
it's not an impersonation.
Heard. Your message is heard.
But it's like that's the level of duncery that we have going on here. That
it's
now
the reflection of reflects the intellectual level that we're working on here. And if I can just, before we move on from that thought, add another thing on to what you said, which is that all of a sudden you're 3-8, and within that week to 10-day period where things start to get a little hot, all of a sudden every other story anybody runs is sources inside the organization say, and it's shit about how bad everything was before. And I'm like, where were y'all on February 2nd? Because you knew nothing was going to change.
Exactly.
Where were those people?
The idea that any of this is now a reflective thought process, that any of this is occurring now against the backdrop of this isn't good for what we hope is a generational player leading this team forward, that it's a consideration now is insane.
I don't think that's a consideration at all. I think that's just I think it's just a Band-Aid level move from the top, and the top doesn't realize it's a Band-Aid level move. For me, I could not be less interested in any of it, NBA as a whole or the team. And a lot of things are still going to have to change over a period of time for me to change my mind on that. There's just no avenue for me to get invested in any fashion. It doesn't do anything for me when I hear about it, read about it, see it on TV. I just cannot care. In terms of Nico, it's like, oh yeah, the guy that killed your family, they put him away. Well, I still don't have a family, I don't give a shit if that guy, I don't care about him. I just don't care. Here, there, wherever he is. None of it registers. And I
spoke about last night, the guy who put him in position to hold the gun up to your family, the guy who
still there.
He's still there making the decisions.
The one human being potentially in all of professional sports across all countries, all sports, where there's a professional sport operation and a guy at the top asked to make a call on a player that's clearly one of the top 3 or 4 in his sport, maybe the only one that would make the wrong call, maybe the only one, possibly, very likely the worst fit possible for any team ownership, much less that situation at that time. So I have no interest in even being aware of the ecosystem. And it's almost like it's a hard time to see for somebody that, I was, and I've told you this before, this is not the first time I've said this on this show, but I was all in on basketball from or on the NBA rather, over college, from 2nd or 3rd grade onward. That was really league-wide my number one sport. I obviously watched NFL and baseball, probably more on balance, but league-wide I was more tuned into the NBA. And it helped because the local team was shitty from 4th grade onward, right? So that's why I was into it league-wide. And it's like now, nothing. It's like they took my driver's license away, and now I'm like, well, I don't really need to drive anymore. I'll ride a electric scooter. I just don't even.
I read the letter.
I
read the letter, and to me, it might as well have just said, "Hey, you're all just basketball fans. Just be cool. We'll take care of this. You're just a basketball fan. We got it." Like, couldn't even address and say what happened. Refer to the whole last 8 months of Nico's tenure as, I know we've had a difficult past few months. Like, couldn't if you're gonna be aware, be reflective, and express that you understand what's going on to the fan base, couldn't even say what was the difficult part. Couldn't even name it. Couldn't even talk about it in earnest. Just said, "Hey, you're a basketball fan. I got this. Don't worry." So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
I've watched every game. Really enjoy watching Cooper Flag every game.
You're a liar.
No,
You're a liar.
I'm dead serious. I've watched.
You have
every
not
single
watched
game.
every game.
I have watched. I have watched every game, every single game, and I've enjoyed watching him. In fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I said that I prefer watching this team like this than I do over a team who shows just enough potential to make the playoffs, but has zero chance of winning a championship. I prefer this. I would much rather them. Last night's game was a perfect example of almost the perfect game. The better one was Milwaukee, because down the stretch, Cooper Flag
I don't want to hear about
dominated,
this.
looked
I don't
great,
care.
and then they lost the game, which was perfect.
I don't.
We
But
have
you know
our
what, though,
perspective.
Jason?
He has his.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, I think
I agree with you in terms of what type of team's more fun to watch. You don't want to be on the bubble. An ignorant man once called it the mediocrity treadmill, and he wasn't totally wrong. But I'm not bought into the arc. I'm not bought into the curve. This is not where we're supposed to be right now. And
but
I'm not interested.
That's fine. I get that you guys don't care, but I also think you guys are you gotta let it go at some point.
No,
I mean,
I don't.
I
I'm
can't.
not interested.
It is crossed the Kaczynski line.
I'm just not interested.
Then here's what I will say.
It's going to have to find me. I'm going to have to be found by that interest again. I'm literally disinterested in professional basketball as a record label, staff, and motherfucking crew. I don't care about any of it.
What I will say is, Rylan and you, Brad, both for the most part handle it the way that I would if I were you, which is I don't see you talking about it. I don't see you on Twitter tweeting about it. For the most part, you are out, which is fine. I get that. I understand. I'm not out. I love basketball and I can't not watch it still. And I really enjoy watching the rookie that we have. But the people that drive me nuts are the people that are on Twitter or whatever all day long crying about the Mavericks and how upset they are all day long. Either let it fucking go or shut the fuck up. It's time to be done. We're in 2025ve now. It's just embarrassing.
Oh, you mean the
behavior.
same year? The same
we're
year.
still in the same year.
It's just embarrassing behavior.
I think it's a different fiscal year. Is it a different fiscal year?
Yeah. How's your fiscal calendar line up?
Is my fiscal off? Did you fiscal it?
It's the 2025 season now. Right. He was traded in the 2024 season.
So the way the NBA works is you two number their seasons. So it was in the 2024-2025 season. Now we're in the 2025-2026.
It was in the 25
Brad.
season, and we're in the 26 season.
You got to let Jason decide how to call it that because he's the only.
Just want to say, no matter how you're gonna,
You're not even an NBA fan.
yeah, no matter how you're gonna slice up this pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving, I'm still the same age.
Okay, but we're in a new season. It's time to move on.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
If you're not going to move on, don't move on.
I'm not asking. Here's the thing I think's funny is I'm not asking anyone, and I haven't seen, and I'm sure it's out there, but I haven't seen a subcultural zeitgeist of people that feel like Brad and I do asking other people to boycott the team. But what I do see is people telling other people to move on. And so you've moved on. Fantastic. That's great. I've not moved on. I have simply stepped away. And I will
I agree.
and I will remain stepped away. And if there's people out there that just want to keep wailing and gnashing their teeth over it, let them do that too, because it is literally the worst thing to happen to a sports franchise, short of moving it out of town overnight. Literally, I think in the last 100 years.
I agree. But I liken it to Marcus Mosher complaining about Zeke Elliott being drafted number 5 by the Cowboys every single time he carries the ball. It's like, dude, we get it. We know it was a horrible move.
You can liken it to that all you want. You're not even in the same galaxy.
Well, no, I mean the behavior.
Okay.
We're on the same page about the result. You and I, you guys know how much we went on the podcast. I was crushed. I still am. It was the worst move ever made in the history of any franchise ever. Ever. In fact, there'll be documentaries made about this move.
Yeah.
Until he comes back when he opts out.
And I'm not even going to want to watch it. I don't even think I'm going to.
Me
want
either.
To watch the
I'm not going
documentary.
to put myself through that. That's what I mean. I'm not going to put myself through that because I don't want to.
Of putting yourself through it.
The day after the trade, guys, we had a family outing, nice, beautiful weather afternoon planned at one of my favorite spots to spend the day, Joe T. Garcia's. And I didn't even have fun that day. I had my enchiladas, I had my nachos.
Nico
I had my
ruined Joe
margaritas,
T. Garcia's.
and I just felt down. I just felt down the whole day.
Me too.
I didn't
My
even.
stomach hurt.
Tex-Mex, Margs, patio.
I was depressed for
That's
a good 3
Texan
weeks.
church, man.
Did they have the fire going?
No, it was really just a beautiful, perfect weather day. We knew it was going to be great weather, so we planned it a few days ahead. Let's make that happen. And then look what goddamn happened at 11:30 the night before.
I'll say this to close on my
I was
bet.
about to say, that's 15 minutes. We can go on to something fun.
The idea that Mark Cuban is going to be a part of this writing of the ship, and now we're going to bring Mark Cuban as GM, something in that regard. The idea that he gets to still have any sort of validity or anything at all in this orbit.
He's the only guy Patrick Dumont
insane.
knows. He's the only guy Dumont has the phone number of that's ever shot a free throw. That's it. That's why. We have got literal, there's no way for me to describe Patrick Dumont in this situation without being insulting to some innocent human being that I would be comparing him to. He is, I can't describe his lack of intellectual grasp on what's happening around him right now. This is insane. It's beyond.
Go on with the show, Jason. Do something else.
Which, by the way, Mark Cuban is to blame for. He's
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Very directly.
I consider his legacy this, and it has absolutely ruined all that he did before, which was a lot, and I don't care. I will easily say that this has completely ruined whatever he has brought. You could say,
I'd love to at some point look all the way back from 2000 to 2020-ish and kind of do a retro on Mark Cuban versus all the good fortune he had around him and really try to boil down which of the things there are certain things that you absolutely have to give him 100% credit for, and the whole thing doesn't work as an equation without those things. I'm not saying that's not the case, but I think he's one of the luckiest dudes in business that you're going to find out there. So I completely agree with what you're saying.
I will say this. I'm just going to say it. I love Luka. Always did. Always will. Think that he was amazing. But I don't. It did not erase 2011 for me. that was the greatest sports moment of my life. And Dirk will always be above any other Mavericks player that will ever play for this franchise, including Luka for me. And maybe that's just the time of life that I was in. The amount of heartache that I went through with Dirk, watching him just get destroyed in the media soft over and over and over again. Like that dude, I would kill someone for Dirk.
And then watch that guy
all
go
my
sit in a LA Lakers locker room and talk to what should have been the torchbearer for his legacy.
Yeah, but it doesn't make 2011 go away. This is what I'm saying.
I left all my Dirk stuff out and hung up on the walls. I got rid of all the Mavs paraphernalia, but I left my Dirk, all my Dirk stuff, all the bobbleheads. I did leave I had 2 framed prints, Arturo Torres prints, one of Dirk, one of Luka. So I left that up because they were paired. There was so I left that up, but everything else, I left up Dirk. It's fine. Jace, do you want to hear what I got done yesterday?
Oh, well, let me ask you this. Yesterday was Saturday. Did it involve a grocery store?
It did.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on.
Hold on. You're damn
Hold
right.
on.
I want to know.
Hold on. Do we have a grocery store beat? Can we give him one more? Oh, I think my board is maxed out. I couldn't. My board is maxed out. I couldn't add more. You know.
Play the DJ ident. Play the train whistle. It's
I
like
can't.
The, foghorn,
I don't have the
for
grocery store
Courtlan.
beat because I have so many other beats in the queue.
Load it up.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Somebody just do some talkings. We'll just hit pause and then we'll come back. Oh, now this is awesome. We're broken. I can't scroll. Go on with your grocery store. What'd you do yesterday, Rye?
It's been the week before Thanksgiving for about a week now, right? Because Thanksgiving is really more of a week. Thursday is the day, but if you're doing some cooking, if you're doing some hosting, you kind of have to at least be locked in by Tuesday, right?
What do you mean in terms of gathering your rations and whatnot?
Just getting all your shit together because you got real life responsibilities still going on. Most of us are still working, sometimes all the way up through Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you kind of have to have like a slow burn of prep, And I really had no opportunity this past week. I was just everywhere, all the time, way too busy, way too much shit going on. So all week I was targeting right now, today, Sunday morning, to go do all of my stuff. And I thought that's just not the Sunday vibe I want. And yesterday, though, I had soup to make and other things to go do. So I had maybe an hour and a half window. And I said to the family, I said, I'm going to run out and I'm going to go get what I need to get at Central Market. Because I went on Friday night or Thursday night. I typed up my list. What I did was I had Courtney read off every ingredient of the stuff she makes. And then I wrote off all the ingredients of the stuff I make because there's so much overlap. It makes creating a shopping list very hard, right? You got to then look at, well, what's that? How many quarts of half and half do I really need if I got 2 pies and some mashed potatoes and some, you know what I'm saying? So I just made this big list. I fed it into AI and I said, combine the metrics, combine the like ingredients, and then sort them by produce, dairy, dry goods, frozen, and other. And it printed me out a PDF. It did what I do every year, but it printed it out for me in PDF. And I took it to Central Market and I thought, I'm going to just get the things that I got to get there. Like there was some stuff that I knew Kroger wasn't going to have. Guys, when I got there, it was like I locked in. Yeah, the basket got big. You know how sometimes just
yeah.
Especially at that place, dude. Especially at that place.
It was nut to butt in there.
Oh,
1 o'clock. I'm gonna say 1:30 on Saturday before Thanksgiving, and that's a day for pros. If you're at that, if you're at that any grocery store, but especially that grocery store, that's a day for pros. You do not want to be. It's not a day for casuals, and there were a lot of casuals there, which that's to be expected. but there's so many people that just get into a store and then they just take up space. They just stand. They're not looking intently for something. They're just like,
Produce
I'm going to go
especially,
find.
right? Produce especially because it's
Yeah,
tight.
and I
right.
unlocked.
It's
Yeah,
tight.
and I unlocked a hack there that I'll tell
Oh.
you about. But it's tough. Generally, you don't want to get in people's way, but there are some people, and you know who they are. There are a certain percentage of the population, no matter where you go, there's 15 out of 100 people just don't know where to stand. Okay. And so yesterday it was like, half because the place was so crowded. So you're fighting through that, but that's to be expected. The real issue I noticed was two things. The first was, where do you put your cart? I was like a ninja, dude. And especially when you get to produce, because you got so many items, so many little items,
so
and
tight.
you can't move your cart.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, that put your cart in between the two little mini aisles of apples. Nobody's checking for apples
Oh, good
3-4
point.
days before
There you
Thanksgiving.
go.
I
Good
just stuck
point.
it there. There was nobody. I could go back and forth. That was like my
Yeah.
home base. And then I would
Yep.
satellite out. You grab a bunch of the produce bags first. Like I went and ripped off like 11 produce bags. I'll go
Yes.
one at a
Even
time.
better hack. Even better
Yeah.
hack.
We're
This guy's good.
going,
Yeah.
This guy's
we're
good.
going full.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do all that. And then I realized about 30% of the way through this trip, I realized, my God, I think I can get almost everything. I think I can do this. And I just pushed and I pushed. I went as far and as fast as I could. And I got everything on the list, everything needed for Thanksgiving,
Everything.
except like 4 things.
At
so the-
CM.
Yeah, all of it. And it was only $209. Which
Damn.
is lower than some like family size Kroger trips, right?
No
You go
question.
for a full on family Kroger trip, not every time, but I
So
would
wait.
say 30% of the time it's like in the 220 range.
So you're saying that let me make sure I have this right. You're making an entire succulent Thanksgiving meal for your family for $200 plus some?
No, he just went to Central Market. He's still got a whole nother store run.
No, he
I
said
have
he
4
went to every.
things
Got
to get,
every.
Brad.
Yeah, he
I
got
need
everything
I need-
there.
listen to what I need. 1 can of pumpkin puree, 1 little knuckle of fresh ginger, which is crazy. Central Market didn't have it. Some Cairo corn syrup, which again is too busted for Central Market to carry.
Mm,
And then
too
there's
processed.
and frozen pie, Pillsbury frozen pie shells. Are you
Yeah,
really
which
worth
they
all
won't
that?
have.
What's all that going to cost me? $18?
Yeah, so let's say $20. $220. Oh. Nothing we talk about more than supermarkets, and I don't know how do we not have an intro for this.
We're always in the grocery store lane. We talk about grocery stores on the show.
Welcome, valued customer.
We are the official podcast of grocery stores, for sure.
Everybody does.
I go to the grocery store multiple times a week. I walk fast through the grocery store.
It's getting really hard to find quality tortilla chips now. Open to suggestions.
I was at the grocery store the other day, walking through the deli area. Tom,
I don't go to Tom. Yeah, I'm a Kroger guy.
Tum Tum doesn't carry the right size limes for making cocktails, and Kroger has fresh made tortillas. So both good
he's
points.
right.
Both good points.
Remember to take your receipt.
After this show, I'm gonna shower and go to the grocery
All
store.
purchase items.
2 canes.
I'm gonna do that exact thing, except I'm not gonna bother with showering. I'm just gonna go to the store. So yes, Jason, to answer your question, but that doesn't include the turkey. I always pre-order a turkey from Sprouts just because it's easy to go online and the Sprouts isn't far. But that's like maybe $25. I'm all in for
Dude.
this for under $250, basically.
That's incredible. Seriously, especially when you go to
Incredible.
Central Market.
That's what's that's no. I didn't want to get it all there,
Yeah,
but then I thought, man, this is going to be like $40, $50 higher than it should be. I'm not going to mess with it. But then I started looking, and it was all mostly dairy and produce, so the price wasn't going to change that much if I waited. And I thought about, I want to just watch football today. I want my Sunday. Look at guys, you got to get outside after this show.
It's perfect.
Dude,
I already
you
been out
gotta
there. I
get
did a donut.
outside.
I did a donut run in this weather. Are you kidding me? I did a donut run.
Yeah,
gotta
run
get-
outside. Don't
get
be
out
inside.
there.
So
Get your butt out there.
I have a
in
question for you
closing,
guys.
though, the one
Oh,
last
sorry.
thing,
Let
just
him
the
go.
one last piece of observation from Central Market, and I shared this with Brad yesterday when I saw him. But if you are in the kind of marriage where if you go to the grocery store with your wife and your role at the grocery store, or I should say, if you go as a couple, but your role as the husband at the grocery store is to walk sullenly 3 steps behind your wife with one AirPod in your ear while she very slowly maneuvers the cart through crowded areas. This
Kill
is not
yourself.
your sit this one out. This is not your week to show up at the grocery store, guy.
Yeah.
You're not.
We don't need you there.
Just
I'd like
no one
to-
wants you there. No one needs you there. No one's proven anything to
Yeah,
anybody.
you're hurting everybody else. Just stay home
You're-
and play
yep.
Candy Crush on your phone. That's
You're dragging the team
stop.
down.
Yeah.
We don't need you there, bud.
Can I come out as anti something?
I mean, yeah.
On air this time. Just
I'd like to come out as anti husband and wife grocery trip. I don't care what the time of year is. I don't care. I just don't care. Put any qualifiers, variables, negotiate the situation however you want. I don't think we should be going to the grocery store as a couple, as a family unit. I don't agree with it. The only way I would say I think it makes any kind of sense is maybe during an extreme time of year like this one, where we have mapped the grocery store and we say, I am aisles and produce 1 through 14. You are deli and bakery and aisles 15 through 27. Here's your list. Here's my list. We will check out separately. I'll meet you back at the car.
Check out separately. Man, you're so prescriptive with this. I am, as you know, 98% of the grocery runs. Although, actually, if you add all the little convenience visits that we make, it's probably more like 90. But I'm the grocery coordinator, which is good because if you're going to cook the food, you got to buy the groceries. Famous man once told us. So, but we kind of like now and then. Obviously, I'm always there alone, but now and then we kind of like just hitting the grocery store together because typically it's on a random reason where we don't have any fucking food and the kids are like, there's no food. And it'll be like, hey, let's go. We'll tag team it. We'll split up. It'll go faster. And, we haven't seen each other all day. So, we'll have 20 minutes in the car to catch up on the logistics of the day, So it actually serves a slight marital utility there for us, I would say, once or twice a month. So I understand where you're coming from, but I'm carving out a use case for you there where I think it makes a lot of sense.
Well, again, I'm anti husband and wife celebrating their marriage at grocery stores. So,
Well, I mean, it's not like we're walking down the aisle with each other's hands in our back pockets. It's like we're splitting it up.
Well, to be clear, though,
getting shit done.
the other reason I don't want to do that is because that's the only way I like being out in public with my wife. Okay. And so out of
Ooh.
consideration,
You're just a nice handful of cheek. Just gotta have it
out
on
of
there at all times.
consideration,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be doing that while people are trying to get their sundries and rations,
Hey, what's the word groceries come from?
I don't know. It's a word people just started saying recently. Can you believe this?
Jace, you used to have a segment on this show about talking about where words come from. Write that one
I know.
down.
That was my segment. God damn it.
That wasn't. I thought that was Jace.
Me, bro.
He's taking
That word.
Oh, yeah, the big grocery store guy and medical guy, and
Do you know why
whatever.
maybe he does associate it with that? Maybe he does associate Jason with that, though, is because Jason did do an impromptu, why are they called supermarkets, during one of our shows one time on our podcast.
He does lock in when he hears the word supermarket. That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That's why he
love
remembers
food.
it as a.
I
Because
love to
the
eat,
way
I love to
grocery
cook.
stores used to work, Rye, is you would go into the market and you would pick out everything from behind the counter, and a person would like bring it to you, pack it up, and check you out. And what became a supermarket was these bigger stores with bigger choices where you got to walk the aisles and select it.
Self-service makes
Yeah.
sense.
So in a rare upset, the word grocery actually does like have Latin etymology. The word
Hold on
comes
real quick.
from-
What was that word? Latin what?
etymology.
Oh, I thought you said animology. I apologize.
Oh,
We'll let the
Hey, you said
let the viewer
respite
decide.
instead of requisite earlier today, and we didn't call you out.
What did I say?
You said respite instead of requisite.
In
Yeah.
reference to what and whom?
To D'Angelo Williams. Or I'm sorry, D'Angelo. What's his fucking name?
in reference
What's
to
the
what
guy's
and whom?
name? D'Angelo Russell. Thank you. See,
It's
I
a
can't even
respite
remember.
for Kyrie Irving.
how-
He's here for Kyrie Irving's respite.
But that's not what you should have said. The requisite ball handler. You meant the default. Like
No, I
the
meant
you know.
I meant respite for Kyrie Irving. He's not playing. He's on rest. He is
That's-
convalescing.
I think your editor would have told you probably would have that really doesn't match, and you probably should have gone with requisite.
I'm
Respite
just gonna stop the
is an indirect
podcast.
use of the word relative to the person actually taking the quote.
So
respite.
the word groceries comes from the old French word grossier, meaning wholesaler, which itself comes from the Latin grossarius, a dealer in large quantities. So originally, a grocer was someone who sold spices in gross quantities.
The plug.
Interesting. Yeah, he was the plug.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Before we wrap, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? What's the scene? We cooking? Staying close?
Well, we got flu situation over here, so things are rapidly changing. We'll see.
I'm just trying to not cut off the tip of my thumb or lose power on Thanksgiving, which has been something that has happened to 66% of the show on previous Thanksgivings. Hey, Sage.
Hello.
Want to say hi?
Oh, hi guys.
Hi, Sage.
So there's Sage. Hey, there's Autumn too. All right. We're going to Mom's. I'm gonna make some sweet potatoes, switch it up, do a more traditional stuffing. I'm gonna mix in do a cornbread stuffing. I haven't done it before, so fingers crossed I don't mess it all up for everybody. Because stuffing,
You gonna do the smoked sweet potatoes like we were talking about yesterday?
Probably not. Probably just gonna leave them in the oven for like 3 hours. What I developed a couple years ago was a sweet potato 2 ways. Okay, so I leave them in the oven to caramelize and get all mashy in their own goodness. Mix in a little brown sugar, sage, and butter. So we've got kind of a soft, mashed, right on the edge of whipped sweet potato. And then I save maybe about a half of a sweet potato to 3/4 of a sweet potato. And I cut that up into tiny little squares and I saute that on the oven, get it nice and crispy. And that's your top layer of so you've got the top crunchy, crispy sweet potato texture going into the nice, soft, whipped sweet potato. So that's something I worked on a couple years ago and I really enjoyed that.
I think I'm gonna take your smoked sweet potato thing and just do it for just the family, just for part of a dinner sometime. Because that sounds
It's awesome. It really
really
is
good.
awesome. My
And
favorite.
I'm not a big sweet potato person, but doing that to it, and what we'll do when we do have any kind of baked sweet potato, if I have the wherewithal to think ahead, is I'll get some fresh sage from the store, and then I'll kind of let it cook it a little bit in like some brown butter, and then make like a compound butter with sage and some sea salt or something to put on the baked sweet potato.
We like the loaded potato over here, either regular potato or do the sweet potato while you've got, I don't know, like a chuck roast on the smoker, and we shred that up and throw it on the sweet potato. Treat it like a typical baked potato you would do. But no, I just don't feel like messing with it that day, getting the smoker going and rolling for a few hours only to drive to Louisville. I'm just going to wake up that day and throw them in some foil, put them in the oven, and forget about them for a few hours until right before it's time to leave. I'll get it all going. And then, we'll head out to Louisville, Texas. Shout out. Big Louisville, Texas guy. You want an outro, Jace? You want to keep talking?
No, I need to run.
You want to say hit the outro?
Hit the outro.
Jace. Rylan.
It's a little quieter than usual
Is it?
in my ear. I don't know.
I'm good.
I got it up to like, I always do it at like 60.
No, it's fine. What a good
Okay, I'll-
show, guys.
Bump it up to 75 for you. For Brad, for Island, for Jason. Human Dad's 249 in the can. I think I speak for all of us when I say happy Thanksgiving.
I think that's fair. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah,
Best holiday.
obviously. Best holiday. Tell your mom to listen. Bring the bread. Mix in a tortilla. Season your bacon. Climb the ladder.
Climate.
Freeze your hot dog. Spread your neck.
Dude.
Go to Arby's. Keep it tight. Did I say bring the bread? I don't know.
Yep. Definitely. It's bread time. It's holiday time. There's going to be rolls. There's going to be things to put butter on. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Still forgot to tell you about my Arby's experience of the fried turkey sandwich with the cranberry sauce and the stuffing. That's, I guess, TBD in the future.
Yeah. Hold that for next week.
Probably doing a little Debbie check-in before year's in, but yeah, we hope you'll listen. We'll holler at y'all next week.
On the show. On the podcast show.
Why do you get to say podcast show, be redundant, and not know how to talk? But anytime I do it, you act like my mom shouldn't have had me.